guys, my name is Tamara Chambers, and this is Tamara's Never Seen in a New Place! Hopefully this is going to be my setup for a long time, because moving sucks. Today I am watching Evil Dead 2. The only thing that I know about Evil Dead 2 is that it's like a remake of the first, I guess. It's better than the first. And also there is a mounted moose head that yells and moves around. Also, in the vein of mounted heads, I had an incredible prop for this flipping video that I was so excited about, but I need Ike for it, and there won't be any cats in this video because they're at another place because moving with cats is a nightmare. I have this mounted moose head cat costume, and it would have been so funny. Oh, what a missed opportunity, you guys. Rachel and I bought this together. I'm pretty sure at a thrift store around our first Halloween in Chicago. Anyways, now that all happened, hooray, Evil Dead 2, I'm so excited!
Tamara's Never Seen!
Tamtoberfest!
Holy crap, you guys, it is one of my favorites. I wouldn't categorize it as a horror movie. What do you put this under? I don't know. Funny slasher? So if you skipped the first 10 minutes of the second one, then you could watch it as if it were like a number 2 to the first. Which is weird. So it starts off with Ash and his girlfriend Linda, and then none of the other friends are there. They're just going up to this cabin for a romantic retreat. And he gives her the necklace. Okay, Linda is possessed, and she bites Ash's hand and won't let go, which is pretty rude. And Ash is super Jim Carrey-esque in this whole portion and the whole movie. He looks like Jim Carrey, like a lot. Like a lot. Is that a thing that people compare him to? Because he's very, like, subdued Jim Carrey. So then Ash chainsaws Linda's head off, which, true love. And then he goes back to the house and trades the chainsaw for a single bullet gun. Which, I mean, does that make sense to you? Because it doesn't make sense to me. Because you know that you have to take off all of their limbs in their head, and why you're just gonna shoot at him one bullet at a time. You have to like reload, maybe it's 2 bullets, I don't know how guns work. Then there's this really cool and disturbing scene where Linda comes out of her grave and she's like dancing around with like a really badly decomposed body, and it's gross and cool and so unsettling. Like, she's just so creepy. And then she like disappears behind some trees. Then his hand just gets possessed. You bastards! Give me back my hand! Give me back my hand! And it's touching and sad. You can keep my girlfriend, just give me my hand back. Oh, hair flip. I have braids, so it's like, it's hair clumps. Clump. Clump, clump. I was reading comments on the last video and someone was like, is she ever gonna stop hair flipping, or is that just gonna be a permanent thing? It's a permanent thing, buddy. Also, I love meaning that I hate that people were so mad that I brought up the tree rape as a negative thing in the last video. This is literally a video of me reacting to a movie I saw. And I saw tree rape. Someone was like, oh, we get it. You don't like tree rape. Why don't you just watch Disney and Pixar for the rest of your life? I'm like, that's so stupid. No. Something I love about this version of the movie versus the first movie's version of the movie is the addition of the people who own the cabin and the people who like discovered the Book of the Dead. The dad owns the cabin, he's supposed to be at the cabin, and the daughter is trying to get back to him with her boyfriend. Then you meet these 2 super redneck characters who are like, we'll take you if you pay us. And they don't have that accent. That was totally me. So cut back to Ash, who has cut his hand off and who is weirdly calm about cutting his hand off. Like, he apparently doesn't feel any pain. He literally goes like this, like he touches his nub, which would be incredibly painful. And then the hand escapes from the bucket and he shoots it through a wall, and like gallons and gallons and hundreds of thousands of gallons of blood just spill out at him, which is why? It was visually very entertaining, but what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Then the mounted deer head! Guys, I'm really sad he's not here. But you lucked out on escaping your costume here, so good for you, but I'm happy for him. So the moveset, which, do we even need to talk about it? It's great. Should I skip over it like I should have skipped over the tree rape? No, I'm gonna talk about it. Great! It's crazy! The lamps and the books and everything, they're just like laughing like it's Mickey's Funhouse, and then Ash starts laughing and he's like flipping nuts, and it's a solid minute of insane laughing, and it fits the movie very well and is very entertaining, and I'm all about it. So the rednecks and the owners of the cabin get there and knock Ash out because they think that he killed their parents. Then they knock him into the cellar and listen to the recording from the dad and realize that he didn't kill the parents, and that their mother is buried in the cellar. Then you just hear this crazy voice go, "There's someone in my fruit cellar!" Blah. So they get Ash out of the cellar, and I'm watching this movie with closed captions on, and it just goes, demon, hiya! Which I didn't hear the mom demon say hiya, but it was funny nonetheless. This whole sequence, and like, the whole movie is so cheesy. And is that because I grew up with movies that weren't as cheesy? Or is it because they recognized the cheesiness of the first and just like fucking went with it? I don't know, but I really love it. It's very compelling. The cinematography is super compelling and interesting. And at times it feels really sloppy, but sloppy in like a way that's like, wow, that's cool. Like that cool artist in high school who like never took a shower, but you're like, man, he's cool. Versus like sloppy, like I am with like not putting shit away. Like it's in an artistic way. So then Annie's father's soul talks to them and tells them to use the new pages they found to get the demons away. So then the redneck girl Bobby Joe gets spooked, runs out into the forest, and I thought there was going to be another tree rape scene, but it wasn't. So I'm glad. Honestly, I can't think of one instance where tree rape needs to be in a movie. Like where it like has to be in a movie to tell the story. I just can't think of one instance. So then the redneck girlfriend's redneck boyfriend is like, where's Bobby Joe? And he's like, you guys have to come help me find it. And he's like, Ash, Annie, come on. They're like, no. And he's like, yes. And he throws the new pages that's gonna save them down into the cellar with the crazy fruit seller mom. Ash gets turned into this terrifying demon, the most terrifying of all the demons, and the most convincing looking as well. And then the redneck boyfriend, who I never learned his name, but he gets stabbed in the stomach by Annie, and it's a mess. It's just it's a mess. Then Demon Ash sees the pendant that he gave Linda in the beginning, and it breaks him free of his demonic gaze, and this is the second time that he's become not a demon after being a demon. And it just, is he invincible? Is he the only one who can break free from being a demon? So they have to go into the cellar to get the pages, and Ash makes his hand into a chainsaw arm, and it's so flippin' groovy. Also, if you guys haven't watched Jim's awesome build for the chainsaw arm prop, it is flipping awesome. Also, I just really like the intro that he does. It's very like stylized for Evil Dead. It's so cool. Definitely watch it. Definitely watch it. So Ash gets the pages from the basement, but then the mom attacks them, and she is terrifying. She looks like a bloater from The Last of Us. If you played that game, the really terrifying zombie characters, the bloaters, that's what she looks like. Then he chops her up, and he does some amazing gun moves. He's like, swallow this, and they have a great moment. So she gets hurt, but she has to say the passage to open up this rift to get the evil tree, all of these demons out. They're not just tree demons, there are trees involved. She's like trying to say it, but she's so hurt. And it's like, girl, spit it out! And she opens the rift. Rift. Rift or riff? The rift in time. The rift in time. Rift? I think it's rift. Clump. Then Ash and his terrible gray hair streak are pulled through. And of course, he ends up being the savior who saves the ancient people from the monster mentioned at the beginning of the film. I didn't mention this, but there was a savior mentioned at the beginning of the film. Something that I thought that was really weird about this part, though, was that they got there and he did not want to be the savior. And he realized he was in this past and there were ancient demons, and he was like so distressed about it. And I feel like, I don't know, I can't think of an example, but I feel like I've seen similar things before, but they're like okay with their newfound hero escapism. And they're like, oh yeah, cool, I'm this hero in this like ancient place. But he was like super not into it. And it was unsettling. I feel like since starting Tamara's Never Seen, it's harder to get through movies because now it's like a job. Oh, your life is so hard. You know what I mean though? Like it's just, it's kind of hard to get through it for some reason now. But this one was like so easy to get through. I was super into it. It's It's pretty split though between what people prefer, the second or the third. I don't know if I've heard anyone say that the first is their favorite. Tree rape. but if it is, cool, that's awesome. But yeah, I'm interested to see if 2 or 3 is gonna be my jam. Because I've enjoyed 1 and 2 for sure. So we will see. Anyways, guys, next video, Ike will be back. So don't worry about that. I might bring this back though, just so you can see him in it. He's had it too easy for too long. He needs a challenge in his life. Any guys, ways welcome. Sentences are hard. Anyways, guys, welcome to the new place. Next video, this will be organized. Premium bananas might be gone. Maybe not. Maybe premium bananas will just stay here as a staple in my life. I love bananas, only if they're premium. Bye.